seconds.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Garoppolo on third down. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. Garoppolo with the completion there. He, of course, drafted by these Patriots back in 2014. Spent 3.5 years as the understudy to Tom Brady. And you remember the discussions about, well, we can't keep both of these guys. And it was Garoppolo who departed, traded to San Francisco for a second-round pick back on Halloween of 2017. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The tackle made.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call
My buddy.
and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Complete.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. (21-0) our score after 1.
21. 49ers nothing.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but it'll be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here we are, Charles, speaking of this rookie quarterback. He's had one training camp and, gosh, I don't know, about a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And he will tell you that he is calm, has everything under control, that the butterflies won't get him. Well, let's just be honest about it. They have to affect him at least a little bit. Let's see if he can handle it. Now, preseason, I thought he's a little bit up and down. But you mentioned the time he's had with the team, the time watching the starter play. Here's his opportunity, and I would expect the coaching staff to emphasize what he does well in their play calling.
So does that mean you think the playbook shrinks a little bit here?
I think they have to be careful about that because here's the thing. NFL defenses, if you shrink the playbook too much, then it just really strangles your opportunity to try and move the football. You can't be too simplistic. But at the same time, as I mentioned before, they will emphasize what he does best, try and call plays in that genre to help him out. Remember, he didn't know he was going to be a starter until late in the week. So he didn't have much time to prepare. That meant this coaching staff had to go overtime in order to prepare a game plan for him.
And worth remembering, this is likely just a one-week audition, if you will, here, because it doesn't look like a long-term injury.
The score, Patriots 24, 49ers nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Mostert. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Covered by Jason McCourty.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Marquise Lee on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on second down, Garoppolo, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
21 yards, well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy. This is caught at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquise Lee there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something. I'm having trouble.
Justin Rohrwasser for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
First and 10.
23 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Right after the turnover, they come out front. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 36, Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Here's Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Number 26, Tevin Coleman, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 30.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now Edelman. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that's caught inside the 30.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquise Lee, 63 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yards that time on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that he's got a man complete.
Yeah, it's on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Marquise Lee, 67 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Deebo Samuel, a 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, 49ers.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. That catch good for only a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gold able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Edelman. It got his man complete. A big play there for the Patriots. 35 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for them.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,
I can still remember the excitement in the locker room after my first regular season game. The hugs, handshakes, and most of all, the words of encouragement from my mentor.
Go downstairs real quick.
It was great to know my teammates recognized my performance out on the field, and I was ready to show them that things were going to get even better. It was a tough break for the injured guy, but this was huge for him. The press wanted a quote, which is how things happen like they did. Photos and left the podium. Later that day, I checked the headlines and was shocked to see one particular
House cool down, I will clean.
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
After 5 seasons playing in Carson, the Chargers have a new home, and it's the beautiful new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Richie James.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense.
27-yard line.
And a look here at their go-to guy under center. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
25 yards.
So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Going to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
James now to return it. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over, and they got there to break that one up.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23.
17 yards.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquise Lee, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A quick check on the numbers for Keenan Allen from last week. Just a really crisp, clean effort. Well over 100 yards receiving.
But didn't he feel like he needed a hug when we talked with him this week?
Oh, because he wanted the touchdowns.
He wanted the touchdowns. He was all depressed after that performance. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You were brilliant. He's like, yeah, but I didn't get in the end zone. He must have heard from the fantasy players on that one.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And Herbert able to get this with Eckler out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Brought down back at the 32.
Nothing to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Chargers nothing.
Here's Herbert now on second down. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14. Chargers 3.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Patriots take over 1st and...
And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive backs, these... The Pats at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. And right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down.
George, get off of her!
This defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
George, get off of her. Thank you.
He won it 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and...
On second down, here's Herbert. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
4-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Herbert, short pass caught by Henry. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Coming up at halftime, over from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're coming off a 3-and-out.
I was like, I
think
can't
they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
The water heater's out again?
Back to throw.
That's
going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are waiting. They'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Daniel don't like me eating at all.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I eat sardines out of the
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Yeah, Daniel don't like
LA readies for its next possession. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should.
Not bad.
Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively.
I think my son
Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Lawrence Guy picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Chargers going to get the football first here in the second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Take it in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Brakes, fixed it in, get a battery.
Here comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, just don't make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
No, they drove it home.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I got paid $600 for 3 vehicles.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Got 3 vehicles.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of
Give him 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? They just gave up a big, big game. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And he fires one incomplete. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
for the
fly route works for the TD Grant.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Yeah.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Started, you know, because we got to get a new battery because it's sat all winter there. We got to get a new, it's got a bad battery.
5 yards deep.
I got to buy a battery.
Come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback.
Hear what else is wrong with it.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line.
Yeah, read them too.
A big play there on the catch and 6 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Going on the ground with Eckler. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Where my dad works, I'll get a discount there.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
You don't have a vehicle? Yeah, I do.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
It has no plates on it. I just got to get the title transferred.
And they will run it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Later.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
But I'm not going to do that.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to? Maybe he's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A very solid gain of 27.
A gain of 27 on
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen,
and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 60 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Take over 1st and 10 At their own.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he's been great. Look down at the stat monitor here a moment ago. He's already over 300 yards in the third quarter.
And you get the sense there are plenty more yards to go.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
30.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Herbert. And it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A.
Sets up 4th down.
On the return, it's James. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at SoFi Stadium.
Think about it, Richie.
17.
We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have
Yes,
the football.
I am.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense,
I'm thinking about it, Richie.
we know it's not an easy job
I'm
to go
thinking
and catch
about it,
passes
Richie.
when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
I'm not shy.
Shot taken on 3rd down.
We had a
but it's
fire
gonna
down
wind
here
up
in Burbank.
incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The attic started on fire.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time.
Oh my God, Richie is
So
feeling so
it's
much
not
better.
mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Everything off.
And they'll get him down right around the 25,
Why not,
actually the 26.
Richie, I only talk to you
so
like
a net
that.
gain of 1
Nobody
there.
else.
At their own 26. 6-yard
Now
line.
out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Camera off if I do that, Reggie.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Have you heard from him
It's
lately?
across midfield and inside the
Is he just being quiet and
Getting it
silent?
to him in space pays off big time.
That's stupid.